What is going on, my fellow navigators, and welcome back to another video. My name is PokeNav and I am here to help you navigate the world of Pokemon one video at a time. Today, guys, I'm going to be discussing some recent news that just dropped in regards to the Pokemon card investing world and how this is going to have an effect on the overall market. But before we begin, guys, you know what to do. Go ahead and double slap that thumbs up button as well as that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every time that I drop a video on the topic of investing, go ahead and thunder punch that notification bell as well so that you don't miss a single video. Also, fellow navigators, I have a goal for us and I know you guys can do it. I am looking to hit 300 subscribers by the end of the month, so by the end of July. So please, guys, go ahead and share this video, share it on your social media, share it with your friends that would be interested in the topic of investing. Let's grow this community and let's hit that 300 subscribers by the end of the month. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump right in to these two big pieces of news that just dropped in regards to Pokemon card investing and how I believe this is going to have an effect on the overall market. So jumping right into this first piece of news, guys, I've explained in previous videos that my experience is actually in financial advising. And in that market, as well as really any investing market, whenever you have a big influencer, a big player in the game, enter a particular industry, it's really a game changer. I mean, really, you can look at guys like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. Whenever they enter a different market than maybe what they're accustomed to, that's usually a really good sign for that particular industry and that they have a lot of faith in that industry thriving in the near and the far future. And so that really brings me to the first big piece of news here today, and that is surrounded around a guy named Gary V. His name is actually Gary Vaynerchuk. You guys might have heard of him. One of the biggest, I would say, entrepreneurs of our time, a big influencer in a lot of different industries. And overall, a guy that really sees the potential and the opportunities in various industries. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here, I'm going to go ahead and bounce over to my screen. And as you can see, I'm on Gary V's Instagram here. So just a little bit of a snapshot of him. He's CEO of VaynerMedia, which was one of the biggest multimedia corporations out there, Vayner Sports. Overall, just like I said, a huge entrepreneur. And the reason that I wanted to bring him up, as you can see as we're scrolling through here, might give it away right off the bat, but he is a big sports cards collector, first and foremost. And the thing that caught my eye, I follow him here on Instagram, and the thing that caught my eye, and I believe actually PokeNav just recently discussed this as well. But one of the things that caught my eye was this right here. This was his post back on July 11th. And as you can see here in the screen, he is holding none other than a 1999 base set first edition Shadowless Mewtwo. And here you can actually see Leonhardt and Real Breaking Nate actually commented on it as well. But over here in the description, it says cards are back, period. Within the next 24 months, you'll understand how big. And this was really interesting to me because this guy really has his head on his shoulders. He really has an eye for trends in markets and being able to identify opportunities that exist. And this is really how he's made himself into such a successful entrepreneur. So looking at it here, you can see obviously this is the Mewtwo that he purchased. So I wanted to dig into a little bit greater detail on exactly where he purchased this and how he got it. So what I did is I went over to eBay and I did a little digging on there, and I looked up, recently sold Mewtwo first edition Shadowless base set, and came across this one right here. And as you can see here, you've got the identification number right here for the Mewtwo card. And if you actually compare that, it compares exactly to the card that he has here, which is, so basically that's what he purchased it for. And I wanted to see, it was listed at, almost 10,000, but it was best offer accepted. So I wanted to see what he actually purchased it for. And you can actually go to this site right here, which is flippertools.com, and you can actually see what he purchased it for. And all you really have to do is you just come in to eBay here on the original listing, and then just go ahead and go to copy, and then you just go ahead and paste it into this link right here. And when it pulls up here, you'll see this is actually what he purchased it for. So Gary V purchased it for $6,600, which honestly is, to my knowledge, I believe is actually a record price for this particular card. And just to illustrate that a little bit further, we can come on over here to Pokemon Price. I've actually shown this website in a previous video. This is on the E4 website, and you can look at the market for this this particular card for the Mewtwo. And you can see here, it doesn't have his particular purchase on there, but you can see that the most recent one was back on May 19th. And you can see the trend here. I've actually just highlighted PSA 10s in this particular card. And you can see, starting back in 2017, it made its record sale at $6,100, and then it dipped pretty low, back down to around $2,000, and it really stayed around that. And now, really starting in September of last year, it's had a tremendous level of growth. So I thought that was pretty cool. And again, the reason that I wanted to bring up Gary V is that, I've seen this in the market of, or in the industry of investing, in that when you've got a big mogul that makes their way into a particular industry, this is generally a really good sign that that industry is going to be performing well. And looking at Gary V's post there on Instagram saying that over the next 24 months, trading cards, not necessarily Pokemon specifically, but trading cards in general, are going to have, realistically, a lot of growth in his opinion. I certainly take that to heart, and I certainly appreciate his his knowledge and his background in being able to identify opportunities. So I thought you guys would really like to hear that, and just to see that there's a lot of big names that are coming into this industry, and the more that migrate in, that is really good news for all of us collectors, all of us investors, because that's only going to help increase the price of product. It's going to help bring a lot of new collectors and investors in, just based upon these personalities, these big personalities that are coming into the hobby. So overall, this is a really, really good sign that things are headed in the right direction. Now, as you guys know, as with anything in life, with every bit of good news, there always is a reciprocal. There's always a little bit of bad news, or news that we aren't necessarily too happy about, at least for most. And that's really what brings me to this next big piece of news. And that is the confirmed Ultra Prism reprints. So as you know, Ultra Prism was an expansion set from Sun and Moon, and it has been confirmed that this set is going to be reprinted. Now, in a previous video, I discussed the reprint of Hidden Fates, and how heavily allocated that set is going to be. Just to give you an idea, normally from my distributor, I'm able to get a lot of product. For the Hidden Fates tins, I was allocated 5 tins, and before I was able to get a lot more than that. And just to, put it into perspective, or relatively speaking, Ultra Prism, I wasn't able to get any Ultra Prism from my distributor. So this is going to be a very, very allocated reprint, but nonetheless, it does concern me a little bit. I think that there is some good and some bad. There's some pros and cons in this reprint, in my opinion. Just to give you guys an idea as well, this set, I'll go ahead and bounce back over here to my screen. This set is actually going to be out of rotation in competitive play by the end of August. So as you can see here, events taking place after August 28th will use this updated format, which will basically be everything from team up and on. So basically, once August 28th hits, Ultra Prism will no longer be able to be used in competitive play. There is some expansion play that'll be able to be used in, but it will not be able to be used in competitive play. And I thought this was really interesting, just seeing that here we are, about a month away from Ultra Prism going out of rotation, and now they're doing a reprint. And really, my explanation for that and what I think the Pokemon Company is trying to do is that now that we're getting close to that rotation, if you look online, Ultra Prism boxes are going for quite a bit of money, well over $200 at this point. And I think what the Pokemon Company is trying to do is they're trying to essentially level the market right now. And they're trying to make some of these pass sets that were very popular available to a wider audience and ultimately level the market, the secondary market for these products as well. And the reason that I wanted to bring this up is that I think it's good in a sense that now, we can get our hands on some Ultra Prism booster boxes that will be, should be around retail price. That's if you're able to get it. Again, like I said, this is going to be a heavily allocated product. So if you're able to get your hands on it, you're going to be able to do so at retail price, which I think in the long run is going to be very beneficial for those that do. However, this is also going to hurt a lot of people out there that have, purchased Ultra Prism early on, held on to those sealed products, and are now trying to sell at a premium. Those people are going to take a hit, and in my opinion, they're either going to bring their prices down, to a more level playing field, or they're just going to take them off the secondary market and just hold them for the long run. But again, a lot of these people that purchased into Ultra Prism purchased into it at a premium, and now that the reprints are coming out, there's a lot of people that are going to be able to get that at the retail price. So that's kind of the positive aspect of it, is you'll have another opportunity just like Hidden Fates if you can get your hands on it. But the con of this is, in my opinion, I'm starting to see a trend for modern and for ultra modern sets. And what I'm seeing is that, like I said, Pokemon's trying to level the playing field here. They're trying to bring down, in my opinion, some of the secondary market prices, so that some of these products that were released within the last year and a half aren't at such a high premium. And I would not be surprised if we don't see the same thing happen with sets like Unbroken Bonds and Team Up, which have been going for huge premiums. I mean, these booster boxes, just over the last few months have shot up tremendously and are now, anywhere from like $250 to $300. So I would not be surprised if maybe by the end of the year, maybe by early next year, we don't see reprints of both Unbroken Bonds and Team Up. And again, there's pros and cons to that. The pros are you'll be able to go back, get these products at retail price. I don't know how allocated they will be, like Hidden Fates and Ultra Prism, but you'll be able to go back out into the market and be able to purchase these at a reasonable cost. But the con again is that now all these products that are going for a premium, all these sellers that have held on to them, they're either going to have to hold on to them for longer, or they're going to have to bring their prices down to a more equal playing field with the reprinted price. So I don't know, guys. This is something that's interesting that I'm starting to see a trend in. Maybe some of you out there are seeing this trend as well. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below what you think really the future of some of these reprints are going to be. If you think that a lot of modern and ultra modern sets are going to continue to be reprinted, or if we're just going to, if this is it, if maybe it's going to end with Ultra Prism, and then we're not going to really see these reprints anymore. But this has happened in the past, and I'm just starting to see a more recurring theme with more modern and ultra modern sets. So I wanted to bring this up here today, just so you guys can have really my opinion on the matter. As far as what you should do if you want just like straightforward advice, I think with Ultra Prism, if you can get your hands on it, then by all means go out and buy the product and go ahead and hold on to it. I think it's one of those that you're going to want to hold on to this for the long term. And as far as Unbroken Bonds and Team Up, because this trend is starting to become more prevalent, in my opinion, I wouldn't go out onto the secondary market just yet and purchase these, because they are at a really high premium. And I truly think that Pokemon is going to go ahead and reprint these as well sometime in the near future, which will bring the price back down to a more level playing field and something that more of the average public will be able to afford. So that's just my opinion, guys. Again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and I'll be happy to go ahead and discuss with you a little bit further on this particular topic. And with all this being said, guys, the pros and the cons and the good news, and then I guess not so good news that we've gone over here today, I'll just say that no matter what, now is the best time to be investing in Pokemon cards. And when I got into the hobby 3 or 4 years ago, trying to turn product on the open market wasn't necessarily that easy. And even for more high-end product, especially before Pokemon Go came out, it wasn't exactly easy to either find or sell product on the open market. And if you guys don't necessarily believe me on that, I would highly recommend going and checking out SM Pratt's newest video over on his YouTube channel. Obviously, he's been in the hobby a lot longer than me, and his most recent video goes into great detail about how back in around 2007, it was really difficult to try to turn product in this hobby. Even things like a base set first edition Charizard, they were really coaxing buyers by maybe throwing in a booster pack as well and selling Charizards for around $400. So the market over the last 10 years has really expanded. And like I said, with people like Gary Vee entering the scene, I truly think that now is by far and away the best time to be either a collector or an investor in the hobby. It's a really exciting time. And this is really what I love about Pokemon card investing, or just investing in general. I mean, it really does keep you on your toes, and you have to stay malleable. You have to stay on top of the market. You have to stay knowledgeable. And that's what I love. I love being able to really, stay with things, stay on top of the market, look at the trends. It's fun, and you're doing it with a hobby that you really enjoy. So with that all being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the information that I dropped here today. As I said, go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you think about both of these big pieces of news, both, a guy like Gary Vee entering the scene, the Ultra Prism reprints. Let me know what you guys think about both of these and, how you feel it's going to affect the overall market. And as always, fellow navigators, I appreciate you all. Again, let's try to get this community to 300 subscribers, 300 fellow navigators by the end of the month. I know you guys can do it. Again, share this video and other videos with friends, family, colleagues, anyone that you think might be interested in it, and let's go ahead and grow this community. I appreciate all of you out there, and with that being said, my name is PokeNav. I am here to help you navigate the world of Pokemon one video at a time, and I will see you all in the next video.